Okay, we are going to do an unboxing and setup video for my new receiver. It is a Denon AVR-X1300W. Just got it in the mail, and show you my home theater here. My daughter. I have a 110-inch projection screen. I have an Epson Home Cinema 2030. Speakers are Audyssey RSF 1000s, which are a three-way speaker with a 10-inch sub and a 10-inch passive radiator on each side. Rear speakers are Audyssey RF600. Those are, I believe, two-way with two mid-bass, if I remember right. Nope, three-way with two 8-inch mid-bass. And we have the center channel is also an Audyssey RSC 300. My system is a little bit unique, probably because my receiver mounts back here. Trying to strip and fall. My receiver goes up here, and there's my Xbox and then my video collection. So we're replacing this one. This is my trusty old Sony STR DA1ES. It's getting replaced today with an Atmos receiver. So let the unboxing begin. Okay, I am going to try to do this quickly so that the video doesn't get long and boring, but I did want to include opening the box from Amazon only because you might want to order from Amazon, and I'd like you to see what the packaging is like. That's pretty much what I expected. It's just the box inside of a box. So we've got the Denon box with no packaging, which is probably fine because, as you know, the receivers are pretty well packed in styrofoam inside the box. So once again, it is the AVR-X1300W. It is a Atmos. It is a 7.2 receiver, so you can run it as a 7-channel with 2 subwoofers, or you can run it 5.1.2, which is the .2 is Atmos speakers, which is what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, right. That yeah, right was for my wife, not for you. I'm going to put 2 Atmos speakers in the ceiling, probably next month, but right now I'm doing one step at a time. As you can imagine, this is a lot of sound in here from the kids and the wife and everyone, which will be interesting when it comes time to calibrate this thing with Audyssey, because I need to have it completely silent in the house. We'll see how that goes. Okay. We have power cord, a non-programmable remote control, quick start guide, got a AM loop, and I believe we have the microphone is right in there as well.
Some batteries.
Batteries for the remote. Wow, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. It comes with a fold-up microphone stand. That is really interesting. So I'll show you this. It's meant to be a fold-up microphone stand. You're supposed to have the calibration microphone about head level. And it looks like with this you can set it right on the couch, right where we'd normally sit. Now, I was going to use my tripod for this, but who knows, for kicks I might just go ahead and use their microphone stand. We'll open this up and take a look at the microphone real quick. I believe this is the microphone. Nope, that is the FM antenna. And that's the AM antenna.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate.
Where is the microphone?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to pause this for a second and come back to you when I find this microphone.
Hi.
Okay, I found the microphone. It was lodged in one of the pieces of styrofoam, and I actually broke the styrofoam taking it out, so hopefully we don't have to return this sucker. So
Yeah, there we
this
go.
is the Audyssey microphone. It's a cool little tripod looking guy, and it does have a, looks like a 1/4-inch microphone, or a tripod mount on the bottom. So I could use my tripod, or I can use this cardboard deal that they gave me. And I think we're going to run with the cardboard deal and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick look at the back of this before I take it up and hook it up. Got front, right, left, center, surround left, surround right, surround back right, surround back left. Those are assignable, so you can use those for Atmos speakers. We've got a pre-out zone 2. You can have a zone 2 with this, but I will have to check. I think you can actually use these 2 outputs for zone 2, unless you want to do Atmos. Then you would have to use the pre-output for zone 2. I will be using the pre-output into a separate amplifier for my upstairs speakers. Audio in assignable, cable, media player, 2 subwoofer pre-outputs, 2 opticals and a coaxial in, a network jack, 5 HDMI inputs, all assignable, all 4K. They are 4 to 4 to 4 color space. They are 60 Hertz 4K, HDCP 2.2, as is the output, and it has ARC. It's got 2 Wi-Fi antennas. I have heard bad things about the Wi-Fi range on these. We will find out. Some video inputs and a monitor output, and then we've got an IR input for an IR blaster. So I will be hooking up a couple of HDMI inputs from my Apple TV and my Xbox, and then output to my projector. All right, pretty straightforward. HDMI output, I got my 2 HDMI inputs, I got my speakers, and I got my 2 subwoofers. These, when I get my Atmos speakers, will get plugged in, but right now I don't even have them yet, so yeah, let's fire this baby up. Okay, I got some help from my lovely assistant on setting up this microphone stand. It's kind of cool. It's adjustable. It telescopes up and locks into place, and the little Audyssey mic fits right in the top. And you know, it's real close to my primary listening position, so we're going to go with that for the initial Audyssey calibration. From what I understand, you can do like 6 measurement points for Audyssey for setup. So I'm going to do 1 here where I sit, 1 there where my wife sits, and then maybe just a couple around the perimeter of the couch.
And where I'm sitting right now.
And we'll go with that. Now, you might be wondering, how am I going to hook up this microphone to my receiver, which is in the other room? Well, you just happen to have, and lovely assistant, if you could please put the cord in that little hole, I would appreciate it.
There we go.
Just feed it in there, and then just, that's good enough. Thank you. That's good. Come on out.
And don't worry if you don't think it's long enough. It can go really far.
Alright, let's get to setting up. Okay, I have the microphone connected to the receiver, and when it comes time to do the initial Audyssey calibration, I'll make sure it's really quiet in here, but I'm going to go through the setup assistant and get to that point first. So we're going to pick English. Proper configuration is essential to providing the best possible sound and video experience. This setup assistant will walk you through connecting your speakers and components. Next. You can exit this setup at any time. Next. I think right now it's detecting all of the video inputs. Verify that you have your remote control, batteries, microphone, stand. I don't have any antennas hooked up right now. Speaker setup. This section walks you through placing and connecting your speakers. Next. Those are connected. Yep, we already did the wiring. I already know how to put speaker wires into a terminal. Connect the right front speaker. Connect the left front speaker. You have a center channel, yes. Connect the center channel. Do you have surround speakers? Yes. Connect the right one. Connect the left one. Do you have surround back speakers? I do not. So I'll have to rerun this setup when I get my new speakers.
I did 3 minutes.
Do you have height speakers? No. Do you have top front speakers? No. Do you have top middle speakers? No. Do you have front Dolby Atmos speakers? No. Lower left? No. Don't touch. Don't touch.
What?
Do you have the subwoofer?
Hello there. Blue lights.
I'm going to be doing some audio calibration downstairs.
Is it still recording? You'll never know. You'll never know until he watches this.
Hey, Lorelai?
What?
I need you to close your doors or use your headphones. One of the two. Amy? Okay. Test tone. Hey, can you go make sure that other door, those 2 doors in there are closed? Actually, close all those doors. Watch your stuff.
Every single door?
Yeah.
In the body room. Got it.
Okay, one tip that I read online that I'm going to be doing here is to turn the crossover on your subwoofers all the way up and put the volume at 50%. Okay.
Hey.
Okay, so we did test tones on all the speakers, and now we are going to do Audyssey EQ calibration. So I've made sure that the house is very quiet. I turned off the furnace. It's about as quiet as it's going to get in here. There is the sound of the projector, but that sound will be on whenever I'm using the home theater. So I want to make sure that that's on right now. Okay, we are starting off with the microphone in the center of the listening area as it is in the picture. Are you ready? You can't even move your feet because you're moving the microphone right now. Good? Cable phase. Well, it's telling me that my front speakers are out of phase. I'm going to double check. I can't believe that's the case, but we'll find out.
Can I do stuff right now?
Yep.
Got strawberry shortcake eraser. We got one of those take apart ones. 2 mini strawberries. I guess this is the stem and the leaf part. Why do they always take like every single piece apart? Every single little detail. Someday in the future they're going to be taking seeds out of this tiny, tiny strawberry. About the size of my thumbnail. Then there's this vanilla layer. Then no idea what this layer is, but it has to do with the cake. The cake. That's the bottom. Middle. Top. Topist. I'm gonna put it together that you can't really see. Okay, here's the pieces. I want to have my own YouTube channel, so be on the lookout for one. See a new one. Probably involves animating. As a girl, probably really good animated figures. That's me. Look out for that. Strawberry shortcake.
Back to quiet. Okay, I checked the phase on all the speakers. They're all wired up correctly, so I'm not exactly sure why we got that error message, but we're going to continue on. Okay. Okay, we finished the measurements, and it is calculating the calibrations right now. Turn on dynamic EQ. Yes, we want to do that. So let's go ahead and hit OK.
And that's it.
And then we disconnect the microphone.
Again.
Okay, here we go. We're going to go next.
And where are we going to use that silly string?
We will assist you connecting your AV. All right, so we're going to do a network connection here. We're using Wi-Fi. Oh. I am going to pause it for this part because it has the ability to take your network settings directly from your iOS device. So I am going to do that because it'll save some time entering passwords. Well, apparently the iOS device thing doesn't work very well, so we're just going to do it manually. Okay, we are connected to Wi-Fi. I ended up having to do it manually because the settings from the iOS device just wouldn't take.
What's that sound?
It's music.
Why is there music on here? And why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Did an audio streaming test and I can hear it. Next, we'll assist you in connecting your TV's audio. I want to make sure my Xbox is fired up so that it's detected. Okay, we're going to skip connecting TV audio to the receiver because we don't do that here. Connecting and configuring source devices. Okay, I got both my devices on, awake, so that it should be able to detect them. Select one of the receiver's inputs to use for your device. We're going to do media player first. That's the Apple TV. It's on HDMI. It's connected. Alright, let's see if we get the video. All right. One device down. And we've got one more device. Let's do game, HDMI, and it's working. And we're done. All right, now it's time to make some noise.
Really? I don't like noise.
Yeah. I gotta test it out, buddy. Okay, it's time to give this thing a test. We're gonna put some Star Wars on here. Well, I need that chair, please.
You're gonna see.
Actually,
If you haven't seen Star Wars, you can see it right now.
before we do Star Wars, I want to do the Dolby. If you have an Xbox One, you want to download the Dolby Access app that enables Atmos on the Xbox.
Do it now. Or get yourself fired. Just kidding. Do it now. Get yourself fired. Doubly. Are you gonna check it with doubly?
Yep.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah, I hope so. Alright, if you want the best sound, you gotta sit over here. In fact, the best seat in the house is right here.
Yay! What is that thing?
I don't know, it's a little boy with a trident, it looks like.
That is creepy.
Oh, they got some new ones.
Ooh yeah, do the Overwatch. Overwatch.
Well, I'm gonna do some shorter ones. We'll come back to that Overwatch one.
Leaf.
Yeah, this is a nice
Leaf.
short.
Leaf. I feel really into it. I'm feeling really into it. I might become part of the screen. Ooh. It's working. It's working.
Amy, it's treadmill time.
Are you guys still watching? Oh. Do the.
If you give into love, then save yourself. So give into love.
Sounds awesome.